So in 1999, this guy was looking for our founder Nick Swinburne was looking for these shoes in a mall in San Francisco in Stonestown. Truck Control didn't have his size and his color. Nobody offered to help him, so he got frustrated and went home and started calling shoe companies to sell shoes on the internet. And if you remember back in 1999, the internet was like the space program.
Yes,
it
yes,
was
yes.
out there.
Yes.
And so he realized he didn't know what he was talking about. So he called over to Nordstrom's and got a guy that I worked with, Fred Mosler, said, I got this great idea. So I actually retired from Nordstrom's, and we laughed at Fred when he left us to go with Nick. So at WSA, which is the big shoe show this weekend,
yes, yes,
Fred walked in with Nick, and he had 100 appointments. They were all happy to see him, but then when he said, here's Nick, everybody said, get out of here, except for 3 companies. So they realized that they needed a little bit of money. So Tony invented the pop-up ads when you go online.
Yep.
Sold it off to Microsoft for a couple $. He had some funds that he was investing in, and so he actually invested in Zappos, and then after he found out how much fun and crazy it was, he actually is a full-time employee. Sits in the back, wears blue jeans and a t-shirt to work. He's very unassuming. Nick has actually gone on to another project now where he's actually sponsoring cage wrestling, cage fighting in the UFC and stuff like that. So if you ever see Zappos on somebody's shorts, that's Nick's kid. He actually brought Rampage Jackson here a couple months ago for a tour, which was scary.
Absolutely.
So when we moved from San Francisco to Las Vegas, we went into an American Airlines call center over in Warm Springs. We just needed a place to land.
Yep.
So we brought about 80 people with us from San Francisco. Some of those people had the option to go back if they wanted to.
So you started in San Francisco.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
And so we outgrew that building. We found this building actually. Green Spun Media, who owns like 100 magazines, actually owns this whole complex.
Excellent.
So we came over 4 years ago, and we only had used up half the building. We thought we have all the room for growth. Well, we're using every square inch here, and now we have the building next door where we have our development team, the human resources team, the finance team, and the training, leadership, and development. So everybody is done in-house. We used to hire out for Excel and PowerPoint and stuff, but now everybody is a Zappos employee. In Vegas, we have about 750 people. In Kentucky, we have about 750 people. So we're kind of split between the two.
Excellent.
So over here, we actually have a couple things. This is actually the Zowler store where the managers all get Zowlers to hand out to employees, and they can redeem it for different things here. And then actually, if the truth were to be known, a lot of Christmas presents came out of here.
Yes.
So we have a coffee machine and the hot chocolate. We have our library set up so that there isn't really, you don't check books out. We just ask that if someone's going to take a book, they're actually going to read it.
Yeah.
So we have a group over here and another group around the corner. So
excellent. So
people that get into management training have to read certain books as they go
through the program.
Through the program.
Excellent. And make sure they know what all the titles are. Huh. And Wikinomics, of course. Okay.
Okay. You all set, D? Go ahead. No, you're fine.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you, Jared.
Hey, have fun. Come back to Joey to spend more time.
Take care.
So we actually have more books over here.
Oh, yeah.
And then this is actually a clip of the fulfillment center. It's 3 minutes long, so we can talk about it as we walk around. Actually, everything that we receive loses its identity, and we put a license plate
on it,
which is individualized to that particular item.
I heard part of that story.
So when the stuff comes in, the computer always knows where it is, but it's randomly stocked in the warehouse, so we don't actually always have to move merchandise to the left or the right, upstairs, downstairs, when we get another shipment in and another shipment. So it loses its identity. But this is a big carousel. Half of our merchandise is in the carousel. So as it spins around, the guy who's picking actually can't go on to his next item until he clears off his scan gun. And he's actually looking for the last 4 digits of the VPN, the license plate number, just within those 12 or 16 pairs of shoes. So it increases the speed of picking and efficiency and accuracy. So we're 4 nines on our picking. So the other thing is on the back side here, there's 2 conveyor belts. Some of the stuff is coming in and some of the stuff is going out. So they can be picking and putting, all the time. Plus, with it being spread out, multiple people can be taking care of merchandise. They're not in each other's way. Half the stuff is still in this warehouse, And then some of our stuff is in an old warehouse that we outgrew. This is actually 832,000 square feet. Everybody who is a new hire goes through a week learning about the company, a week with a mentor learning how to take phone calls, 2 weeks of actually taking phone calls before they go to their job.
Yep.
And that's the dev guys, the IT guys.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
They got to go through all of it.
And then after they're in their job for a while, we send them to Kentucky to work in the fulfillment center. We call it going to boot camp.
Okay.
Because it's actually pretty down and dirty once they're actually there.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's that.
Excellent.
So in the beginning, the Spanish word for shoes is zapatos.
Okay.
So they dropped a T. It looked like it was Zappos. Didn't quite look right, so they added a P and it became Zappos.
Excellent.
So, how are we doing time-wise?
We're good.
All right.
It's the superheroes.
So at Halloween, all the cubicles were decorated out, and the legal team, which is back here, were the superheroes. So we have the Hall of Justice. And then at Christmas time, we actually had big piles of cotton on the floor, and this was Candy Cane Lane. So we had a candy shop, a flower shop, a toy shop. They had tea and cookies.
And this is when we got all the overheads here?
The 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they did have tea and crumpets.
Excellent.
Hey! Hi! So this is our marketing team back here. And we actually have a couple of teams back here.
Hey!
So they actually, hi Linda.
How are you doing?
She's interviewing Tony in a minute, so we're doing a quick tour.
This is the short tour.
This is a short tour. I'm on speed drive. So actually, Mig and his team actually do word search and buy words so that the shoes will show up on Google.
Oh, yeah.
Linda was actually one of the first employees at Nike, then she went on to Puma and some other things. She used to travel with Serena. She's a proud mom of Taylor and Brady. She got Sam Querrey to wear our logo during the U.S. Open last year, so he got to the quarterfinals.
Excellent.
She's the one that got us on Oprah last week, and also on Ellen DeGeneres.
So
and
she'd
also
know where the clip of the Ellen piece is? Okay. Hook me up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So she's got her fingers in a whole bunch of stuff. This is actually an affiliate team back here. We have about 2,000 affiliates right now. So if someone wants to have a website, as long as they direct the customer.
Hey, affiliate team.
So we'll give them pay them on commission junction.
Don't want to miss anybody.
And then try to tour. This is actually the systems team back here. But we've actually moved these guys up to the other building. Sometimes
So
they're here.
are you guys the
sometimes
left behinds or what?
they're the ones that keep the site up and running. The good guys in, the bad guys out.
We kind of were sitting over there, but then stuff broke,
Hey.
so we came over here.
Okay.
All right, cool. Right on.
We're kind of omnipresent, I would say.
So they're also responsible for keeping us in the top 10 for the page loading, availability, and consistency. This
Yes.
one just came out last week from Internet Retailer, and we're actually available 99.39% of the time. So
You guys rock.
the other thing is that people used to want the pages to load in 8 seconds. Now
Yeah.
they want to load in 4 seconds. If you're like me, you want to load in 2 seconds. Buyers, assistant buyers, merchandise assistants.
Now,
Hey, John,
This
how
is
are
the
you?
stuff that they had on the other video.
Exactly. So as they come
This
in,
is old stuff.
Mike goes, hey, you.
Hello.
All right. There's a party. It's a copy of a party. This is actually a map of the United States where orders are being generated. It clears off every 3 minutes, but you can see all those people on the
Oh my
on
God.
the East Coast. They're actually still at work. They're actually shopping instead of working. We appreciate it.
We appreciate it. All you
Oh,
East
okay.
Coasters.
So this is Monkey Row.
Oh, this must be Liz.
This is Liz, the famous.